Hi, I'm Nerida Conway. Welcome to chefmasterclasses.com. I'm here at Bortoli at the Yarra Valley in one of the amazing, immense barrel rooms with the amazing, I've said amazing twice now because it's so amazing.
It must be.
Winemakers Andy, how are you?
I'm well, Nerida. How are you?
Good. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your knowledge with me because, you know, I love wine. I don't necessarily have a preference between red or white, although I have to say I do love a sparkling, probably as my number one, and then a dessert wine. So maybe I'm a bit more attracted to kind of sweet things. But anyway, your knowledge is very valuable to me and to our members. So I'm just wanting to understand a little bit more about Prosecco because everywhere I go, people are just going, oh, I'll have a Prosecco. It's almost like it's a brand. It's almost like it's a... What is it?
Prosecco it's a beautiful sparkling wine, and it comes from the northeast of Italy in a beautiful, cool region called Alto Adige. And look, I think it's popular because it's good value.
Right.
It's a soft, beautiful, approachable sparkling, and it's got lovely citrus and sort of fruit characters. It's not too confronting, and it's just delicious. It's just easy to drink and easy to love, I think.
Right. Well, that sounds like a winner. Is this Prosecco taste different to a different Prosecco, or are they all fairly similar?
Look, there are differences between producers. I think, like with every wine in every wine region, but I think as a style, there's a lot of similarities between them.
Okay.
They're fruity, they're approachable, they're delicious. There'll be drier and sweeter versions, but generally you know what you're going to get with Prosecco.
Okay. Now, with Prosecco, can I find this on the wine list up at Locale Restaurant?
You can.
Great. And incidentally, we've just come from having lunch there with Heath, the chef. Who does the wine list there? Would it obviously be Steve Webber?
Steve does the wine list.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I think he's very conscious of putting wines that highlight the fresh and seasonal nature of the restaurant.
So it changes?
The wine list changes.
Okay, how often?
That's a good question. I probably have to ask Steve. I think it's sort of like on an annual basis.
Okay.
With wines from some other producers that we think are really interesting and worth sort of highlighting with our foods. And of course, we've got the best of what we produce here in the Yarra as well, so the reserves and estates. And, and I think wines that work well with food are nuanced and subtle wines, and they're the wines that we make here in the Yarra. So it's sort of a fairly natural sort of link between those foods and these beautiful subtle wines.
Yeah, right. So does he have to coordinate his list, or does Heath, the chef, have to coordinate the food so that certain things are going to match the wines that are available at the restaurant?
I think there's probably a bit of both. I think there's probably wines that, Steve's very passionate about and will be on that list.
Okay.
And there's dishes that Heath, feels very passionately about. And, there'll be a bit of a meeting in the middle, a sharing of great wines.
So what sort of price point does this go for? Like, what can I expect to pay for a Prosecco?
Look, this is a imported premium sparkling, and it retails for about $20, around that mark.
Money well spent, I say.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Andy. When I come down here, I always leave with so much more knowledge than I had before. So thank you.
Fantastic. It's been a pleasure.
You too.